Hello guys, welcome. I am back after a long time with a brand new video. In this video, I will be showing you different tips and tricks to improve your game sense and gameplay. So without further ado, let's get the video started. PUBG Mobile is popular as a TPP-based game, so you need to learn the basics of taking a TPP in this game. A player taking TPP angle always has an advantage over the other player, as TPP provides the information about other enemy without revealing your position, and also provides you with cover, while leaving the other player completely open. While taking TPP, always try to take cover on your left and take TPP on your right. This enables you to have an easier angle over the enemies. Taking TPP on your left is comparatively a lot more difficult than taking TPP on your right. Tip number 2. Frame rate is far more important than the graphics. So always choose smooth and extreme in graphics settings for smooth gameplay. If you don't have extreme, select the highest frame rate available, which is on the right. A player with high FPS can easily take down players playing in lower frames. So always try to choose the best frame rate your device can provide. Also, playing in lower graphics makes your phone to heat lesser and thus improves your performance. Playing in HD or Ultra HD does not make a sense unless you have a very high-end device. Tip number 3. Always carry enough smoke and frag grenades. Smoke grenades are very important in saving your life in intense situations, usually in open area where you don't have covers. Also, if your teammates get knocked out, smokes can be used to hide them from the enemy and revive him safely. Smoke grenades can also be used to bait the enemy camping in the building. Just pull the pin of the smoke grenade, and the enemy will think it's a frag, so will try to move out from his camping place. Now, since you know the location of the enemy, you can easily finish him. Frag grenades are very important. Campers can be easily killed with frag grenades. While fragging, make sure you cook the nades well in your hand and release only when the nade has 2 to 3 seconds to blast. This disables the enemy any chances to move when they encounter the nade. Also, use the I button to see the nade pathway from a different angle. Practicing this technique will be very beneficial in the PUBG Mobile journey. Tip number 4. If you know that the enemy is taking TPP, never rush to kill him. As I previously said, a player taking TPP always has a lot more benefit than the other player. It is a stupid decision to rush against TPP. Instead, rotate to a different angle to kill him, or use a nade or Molotov to get the job done. You can also use smoke grenade to block his vision and push him straight. The bait sound technique also works here. Just pull the pin of any grenade you have, and the enemy might come out of his place thinking it's a grenade. Now, since you have the advantage over him, as he is in open field, finish him using your gun. As he is in open field. Tip number 5. If you have no choice other than going against the enemy taking TPP, always use pre-fire. Firing without seeing enemy toward the area where you expect him to appear is known as pre-fire. As I previously said, a player taking TPP always has a lot more benefit than the other player. It is a stupid decision to rush against TPP. But if you have no choice, pre-fire might get your job done in many cases. But still, player with TPP has more advantage over you. Player with tip number 6. Choosing weapons according to your role. PUBG Mobile has a wide variety of weapons to choose, from melee weapons like pan and sword to long-range weapons like AWM and Kar 98. There are different roles of players. I will make a detailed video about the player roles soon. A sniper, a scout, an assaulter and a supporter are most commonly 4 roles in PUBG Mobile. If you are a sniper, you need to carry a good bolt-action sniper rifle with an assault rifle. An assaulter should usually have a good close-range guns like a KM, M762, UZI, or Gorza. A supporter should carry a DMR like Mini 14 or SKS, with an AR. Also, supporter should have enough smokes and med kits to provide to his assaulters and fraggers in later game. Also, best scopes and helmets that a team can provide should be available to the sniper of the team. All roles are equally important for the win, so understand your role and play accordingly. Tip number 7. Always stay in cover. Staying in cover is the basic but most important thing in the game. One in the cover always has an advantage over the enemy in open field. So always try to stay in cover, usually in fights. In city fights like Rozhok and school, you can take cover of walls and stairs. In mountains, take cover of ridges. In forest, you can take cover of trees. In maps like Sanha, where you have enough grass, you can always hide yourself in the grass if you don't have proper cover. Ghillie suit can prove very helpful in such conditions where you have no cover and need to hide in the grass and bushes. Tip number 8. Never panic. Losing self-control due to panic situations is one of the most common mistakes everyone encounters. In situations like 1v3 and 1v4, most of the players starts to panic and make mistakes. This is what differs an average player with a top-tier player. Top-tier players don't panic and can handle any situations with cool head. You can also do this, but you will need to practice to maintain your stress level at intense situations. You can try solo versus squad games to get habituated with these situations. If you are worried about your tier, just select a different region than your usual region and practice solo v squad. This way you will get habituated with difficult situations and learn how to handle them without losing your stats and KD, as you will be playing in a different server. Tip number 9. Get a good device and a good internet connection. This might sound so basic, but it affects your gameplay to a different level. Playing in a good device can improve your gameplay to a whole new level. Lot of people do say that device does not matter, skill does, but I do not agree with this statement. I think it should be, both device and skill matters. Make sure your device has at least 60 FPS or more if you want to become a pro PUBG player. Also, a good internet connection is equally important. Playing in 20 milliseconds ping is far more reliable than playing in 100 milliseconds. Also, if your ping is above 200 milliseconds, the game becomes fairly playable. The shots get registered sooner than your enemy if your internet is faster. So try to get fastest internet with good device. If you have these, then you are good to go. Before ending the video, I have an extra tip for you all. If you want to learn more ways about how to get better at the game, please subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to get the notifications every time we upload a new video. Hope we can help you become good at the game. Thank you all for watching. Bye.
Okay. Wait,
कैसा लगा मेरा मजाक